everyone, my name is Mackie and welcome to Mackie Really Reads. Today I'm going to do something very, very different. I am going to be talking about one author in particular, and people, they either love the books or they don't. I happen to love this author so much, and I just love her. Her name is Jodi Ellen Malpas. I'm excited to do this. I've never really seen any type of booktubers talking about her or like recommending any of her books. Not that they don't like her or they do like her, whatever the reason is. I just don't see any of her books other than this one book that she just put out right now. But I am going to be talking about 2 of her series and 1 standalone. You probably know what the standalone is. So I'm going to talk about my first ever series that I really, really liked. That was erotica, that was just fab, that just included like an alpha male, a billionaire, hot ass alpha male, and I loved it. I really, really liked this book. So I was like 15 or 16 when I bought this book. Well, I didn't buy this book because I didn't have any money. My mom bought this book. The cashier was like, do you know what this book is about? I was like, yeah. He's like, it's like not appropriate. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, it's just not appropriate. How old are you? I'm like, I'm 16. I had my school uniform on, so obviously I'm a student. And I was like, it doesn't really matter because I've already read 50 Shades of Grey and it wasn't that good. I was such a cocky child. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah, I didn't like 50 Shades of Grey. I didn't. It's okay. 3 stars, I guess. Whatever. So yeah, I love the series a lot. It's This Man series. The first book is This Man. It's about Ava O'Shea and Jesse Ward. He is like 6'3", a billionaire. He's just mysterious and possessive and controlling. And you're like, are you okay, sir? Like, do you need help? I think you need help. Like, the first book is just like it was a lot, but it's good. If you continue on with the series, of course you'll like it. But yeah, the first series is really crazy. So it kind of starts the same way as 50 Shades does, that Ava actually goes to his workplace because he's looking for an interior designer for his mansion. If you read the series, you know what I'm talking about. And actually it's not his mansion, his manor. My bad. So he is a business owner. He owns this manor, and they just have this instant connection. They have this instant love. I wouldn't call it love. I would call it lust. Like, this first book is like primarily like erotica. It really is. It's not like any type of love thing. Like, he says he loves her and I do believe it, but it was like a lot of lust, a lot of craziness, and just a lot of drama. And there really wasn't a big plot, and I think people didn't really like this book because it doesn't really have a big plot and doesn't really have a lot of character development. But I don't care. Do I care? No, because it was hot. And I was reading about 6, and I was 16, and it was good, and I still love the series. I don't care what anyone has to say. I still love the series. I'm still reading with this man, the 4th book, and so I read one of Chandler's reviews on Goodreads, and this is what some of the people have to think of this book. I don't really feel this way. I usually agree with what Chandler has to say, but not in this book. No. Not in this series. But yeah, I love her. She says, do you ever think to yourself, God, I wish Christian Grey were creepier. I wish that he forced himself on Anna when he hired her to decorate his palatal estate. If so, this is it, folks. Like I said, I really liked her, and I'm not laughing at her. I'm just laughing at this review. It's funny. It's funny, but people respect her and love her, and so do I. The second book is Beneath This Man. This was actually my favorite one in the whole series, and the second and the fourth one was my favorite because it's like you know when you're watching a train wreck, you're like, oh my god, I don't want to watch it, but you want to watch it, but you don't, because it's so horrible, but it's so bad, but it's scary, but it's like, oh my god, I cannot stop watching it, I have to watch 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 it. This is exactly it. This is a book for you. This type of book, you ask yourself, like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, why am I reading this book? Why am I reading this book? Why do I like it so much? Like, why am I 16 and reading this weird ass book? I don't know. And why do I like it so much? I don't know, but I do, and I did, and I still like it. I still feel the same way. And so, you guys should read it. You should definitely try this book out. So, the next book I'm going to be talking about is The Brits by Jodi Ellen Malpas. This was a recent book. I think it was released last month. Or this month? Last month. Whatever. I'm not sure when, but it was this year, 2021. It's a new adult mafia type of romance, and I think this is her first mafia romance book she's ever written. And he is from London, and he gets adopted by this mafia guy from America. So obviously he moves over to America because his life is just so fucked up. It's so sad and it's just so traumatic. And Danny's father kind of passes away. Danny kind of just rules over Miami because his dad moved over Miami. Now it's his turn, and it's just, his nickname is Angel Faced Assassin for a fucking reason. Oh my god, he's crazy and he's sexy. They always have to be sexy. Like, which book do you read about where the character's not sexy? Like, it doesn't make sense. Because Rose is involved with someone, the mayor, or the soon-to-be mayor, and Danny wants his money back, and the guy just refuses to give him his money. So Danny takes Rose, and he's like, I'll give you back Rose. Like she's an object or something. He's like, I will give you back Rose if you give me back my money. And yeah, obviously that doesn't happen because he falls in love with her. This was a long book because it's a standalone and there's a lot of things to tackle. But yeah, Rose goes through a lot before she even meets Danny, and she is the way she is because of certain reasons, and we find out in the book. Danny gets to find out as well, and it's just beautiful. And I really like the ending. Of course, it's a happily ever after ending. But yeah, you should definitely read this book. And the next series I'm going to be talking about is the One Night series. The first book is One Night Promise, and it starts off at a coffee shop. And if anything starts off at a coffee shop, I really like that book. It's like coffee, of course. And so it's about Livy and this guy named M. You will find out his name at the end of the first book or the second book. So she's just works at the diner at the coffee shop, and you know, she's not poor, but you know, she's not rich either, and she gets proposed. So of course it starts off as a one night, and then they can't get enough of each other, and that's the premise of this whole book. Usually Jodi's books are just like, the first book don't really, like I said, it doesn't really take a lot of energy or a lot of brain power to think. It's just, you can just read it in one sitting actually. And then the second book just starts, you get to know a lot more of the characters, you get to understand everything about them. And this book took a really dark turn. It just, for me, it was a bit sad. Like, it was just a really sad read. At times I found it like too sad. Like, I found the stuff to be like I just wanted to jump into the book and help, you know, the guy and the girl, because end up having to fight for their love, their freedom, and it's just, it gets very sad. But of course, there's a happy ever after. Obviously, this is a romance book, and you should definitely read it. It's definitely fascinating. It's mysterious. The M guy, I would say his name, but I don't want to ruin it for you. He's a very passionate yet mysterious, and he doesn't really talk a lot. He doesn't really have a lot to say. He has a lot of defense mechanisms, And yeah, Livy is just like this down-to-earth girl that just lives with her grandmother and has this kind of strange but really good relationship with her grandma. And yeah, you should definitely read it. It's definitely a lot of fun, but it is sad. So trigger warnings, you should know what the trigger warnings are if you're going to read this book. But you should definitely read her books. Like I said, I don't see a lot of booktubers actually talking about her, and I think she deserves a lot of hype because I really like her books a lot. I think her writing is straight to the point. It doesn't, like, you don't have to be like the smartest person to read her books. You can read it in one sitting. It's fun, it's engaging, it's entertaining, and yeah, it gives you everything you need in a book. And a lot of people have trouble with it because they're like, oh, I know what's gonna happen, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I really don't care. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this book. Comment down below who your favorite author is, and I will probably read their books. I probably haven't, who knows. So don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.